Hey and welcome to the Daily Arsenal News Show. Let's begin with our daily news. Journalist shares update on Rob Holding's Arsenal future this summer. Rob Holding has suddenly become a regular for Arsenal in the Premier League, but the Englishman has barely played for the Gunners this season. Mikel Arteta hasn't had any problems with his defense for most parts of this campaign. Aaron Ramsdale has been a never present in the league, while Ben White, William Saliba, Gabriel Magalhaes, and Zinchenko have formed a sensational partnership at the back. Holding has had to look in from the outside for long periods, but he has got an opportunity now following Saliba's injury, and he has done a decent job so far. Rob Holding is one of Arsenal's most popular members, even though he doesn't play a lot. The Englishman who joined the Gunners from Bolton Wanderers for just £2 million back in 2016 has been a fine servant for the club, but he is nowhere near the first choice now. Holding has started just 3 games in the Premier League this season, all of which have come since Saliba picked up a back injury last month. Many felt Holding will leave Arsenal this summer in search of regular game time, but Dean Jones has claimed that the 27-year-old is not even thinking of leaving because there will be plenty of opportunities next season. The journalist told Give Me Sport, he is not going to be looking for a move because I think he is still got a role to play in that team, especially with the number of competitions they will be in and the amount of games they will have next season. I still feel he might actually be quite important. Holding is definitely not a bad player to have in the squad. The Englishman is a real team player. The Amazon documentary showed that. He is loved by everyone behind the scenes at Arsenal, and Mikel Arteta really likes him as well. On the pitch, Holding is not as bad as some people make him out to be. He is excellent in the air and not too bad with his feet too. He is a fine player and is more than a decent backup for Saliba. Holding's contract expires next year, but Arsenal have an option to extend that by another 12 months. Arsenal's hopes of selling Lokonga to Crystal Palace surely dealt a blow. If there was one player who potentially suffered because of the decision from Crystal Palace to sack Patrick Vieira, it was potentially Arsenal loanee Albert Sambi Lokonga. The Belgian has had a really difficult time in the Premier League. He cost Arsenal £17 million, but he has become something of a forgotten man on the books of Mikel Arteta's squad. A January loan move to Selhurst Park presented Albert Sambi Lokonga with an opportunity, and it seemed to be an opportunity to put himself in the shop window. Reports from the Times have claimed that Arsenal are likely to sell Lokonga this summer, so the Gunners may have hoped that he would do well enough while away to convince the Eagles to make his move permanent. Initially, Lokonga looked a little while to force his way into the team, but things had changed more recently. In fact, he had started their 5 Premier League games before setting out the trip to the Emirates for obvious reasons. However, if Palace did previously have any plans to look at signing Lokonga permanently, those plans are surely now in some doubt. Unfortunately, Patrick Vieira has since been sacked, and his replacement, Roy Hodgson, has not used Lokonga in either of the 2 games he has overseen since returning. Of course, there is still time to go this season, but Palace have been sensational under Hodgson, so there is little reason for the Eagles' boss to change things up. And certainly, if anything like this form continues for the rest of the season, Hodgson's second spell in charge will continue beyond the summer. The change in the dugout has worked for Palace, who already look to be on the cusp of securing safety, but the same probably cannot be said for Lokonga. He barely missed a minute in the latter stages of Vieira's tenure. He is now facing another fight for minutes in the remaining weeks of the campaign, and with that, Arsenal may need another club to come forward if they are going to sell Lokonga. RB Leipzig have now opened talks to sign phenomenal Arsenal player Folarin Balogun. RB Leipzig have already opened talks over a potential summer deal for Arsenal striker Folarin Balogun. That is according to a report from Sky Germany, who report that the Bundesliga side are eyeing the 21-year-old as a replacement for Christopher Nkunku. Folarin Balogun, of course, has had an outstanding season with Rams, scoring 18 times in League One, and that has left Arsenal with a problem heading into the summer. Reports this week noted that Balogun does not plan to sign a new contract at Arsenal as he does not want to not to be the first choice forward for Mikel Arteta's side, and it seems that he could be off to the Bundesliga in the coming months. According to a report from Sky Germany, RB Leipzig are now in talks to sign Balogun from Arsenal, but there are a couple of hurdles which Leipzig may have to clear if they hope to get a deal across the line. The report notes that Arsenal would want at least £35 million for Balogun. Meanwhile, it's highlighted that plenty of clubs have their eye on the youngster, so they will not have a clear run to his signature. Unfortunately for Arsenal, it appears that getting the biggest fee possible may represent the best outcome this summer. Balogun is not prepared to wait around for his opportunity, and with the likes of Gabriel Jesus, Leandro Trossard and Edin Ketia already in the ranks, there is every chance that he would have to be patient if he was part of Mikel Arteta's plans next season. In an ideal world, Arsenal would keep him. Arteta believes that Balogun is a phenomenal player, but selling him for a big fee to a club like RB Leipzig may make a lot of sense. Journalist makes a transfer claim about Arsenal and Riddle Baku. Arsenal have been linked with a move to sign Wolfsburg defender Baku this summer, and the Sky Sports journalist Florian Plettenberg has shared the latest. The Gunners are currently in a difficult race in the Premier League to win their first title in almost 2 decades. It's all in their hands, but their draw against Liverpool last weekend has given Manchester City a route back in. Whatever happens this season, Arsenal will be active in the summer transfer window, and Baku is reportedly a wanted man. Arsenal's priority in the summer transfer window will be a new midfielder. The likes of Declan Rice, Moses Caicedo, and Romeo Lavia have all been linked with a move to the Emirates, and Arsenal fans will be hoping that at least two of them can be brought in. Along with midfield, it looks like Mikel Arteta is looking for a new fullback as well. Ivan Fresneda has been linked over the last few months, but it looks like Baku is also a concrete name on their list. That is according to Sky Sports Germany's Plattenberg, who revealed yesterday that Baku is on Arsenal's radar, and the 25-year-old right back's priority is to move to England this summer. Baku, who has been branded as a dangerous player, will enter the final 2 years of his contract this summer, and he has a price tag of around about £13 million. Plattenberg tweeted, Baku, being told the 25-year-old right back is very open to leave Wolfsburg in summer. Dream destination, England. He is on the shortlist of Arsenal, confirmed. Interest from Spain as well, possible price tag around €15 million. Arsenal's interest in a new fullback makes us wonder what Arteta's plan is. The Gunners already have Ben White and Takahiro Tomiyasu at right back, while Zinchenko and Kieran Tierney are the two main men on the opposite side. Interest in Baku suggests that at least one of those four players will be allowed to leave this summer, unless Arteta plans on using Zinchenko solely in midfield next season. It will be interesting to see what will happen this summer, but Baku would be a very decent signing. Victor Osimhen says he wants to follow in Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang's footsteps after links with Arsenal. Napoli forward Victor Osimhen says he wants to follow in Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang's footsteps after he's been linked with a move to Arsenal. The Gunners look set to bolster Mikel Arteta's squad over the summer after what has been an exceptional campaign so far. Arsenal could well head into the summer transfer market as the Premier League champions, which will only increase their chances of landing top quality players. One name that has been linked with a move to the Emirates Stadium is Napoli talisman Victor Osimhen. Indeed, Italian journalist Ciro Venerato suggested last month that Arsenal are leading the race to sign Osimhen. Of course, The Gunners will face added competition for his signature due to Manchester United's search for a new striker. But Osimhen has told the Daily Mail that he wants to follow in former Arsenal man Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang's footsteps by being crowned African Footballer of the Year. Speaking to the outlet, Osimhen revealed his desire to pick up the award during what has been an impressive campaign for him in Italy. He said, I am not going to lie, it would be my dream to be African Footballer of the Year. I was at the ceremony in 2015 when Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang won the award. As an African, you dream of this prize and maybe I can win. My first experience of European football at Wolfsburg was difficult, but it paved the way for what I have done since. I know that if I change countries, I will adapt quickly. I am not the type of player who folds under pressure, and I try to stay calm in every situation. The season is going very well. I have put up some amazing numbers, and I am proud of what I have achieved, but I am not done yet. Osimhen has been in lethal goal scoring for Luciano Spalletti's man this season, as he is netted a staggering 25 goals in 29 appearances. The 24-year-old has been heavily linked with a move to England as a result and has admitted that he dreams of playing in the Premier League one day. Despite his clear admiration of a former Arsenal striker in Aubameyang, it remains unclear whether Arteta's man will look at bringing in a new forward this summer. Arsenal want to sign a Jonathan David to replace Folarin Balogun. Arsenal are at risk of losing Folarin Balogun this summer, and Lille's Jonathan David is reportedly being eyed as a target now. The Gunners allowed young Balogun to join Stade Reims on loan last summer. Everyone felt he'd have a decent season in France, but nobody expected him to compete with Kylian Mbappe for the Golden Boot. That is exactly what he is doing there at the moment, and that has made him a wanted man. Balogun has scored 18 goals in the League One this season. Only two players have scored more, Mbappe and Jonathan David, both 19 in the league. The Athletic reported this week that AC Milan, Inter Milan, Marseille, Monaco, and RB Leipzig are all keen to sign Balogun this summer, and the young striker is said to be attracted by a few of those clubs too. Balogun is reportedly demanding a first-choice role next season. That isn't possible at Arsenal, and that could lead to the Gunners cashing in on the 21-year-old. Calciomercato.it reveals that Balogun has been on AC Milan's wish list for years, and Arsenal signing another one of their targets, David, will open the door for the youngster to move to the San Siro this summer. The report claims that Arsenal are the biggest competition to Milan in the race to sign David, who has scored 21 goals in all competitions this season. David is having a phenomenal season for Lille. The Canadian, still only 23, has directly been involved in 25 goals in all competitions this season. He has been unbelievable, and he even broke Eden Hazard's goal-scoring record at Lille not too long ago. Eden Hazard was Lille's highest scorer in the modern era with 50 goals. David is now on 53 and is only behind Pierre Plemelding, 62, who played for the club all the way back between 77 and 81. Arsenal are said to be keen to sign David this summer. If that's true, the Canadian has to have a phenomenal end to the season to be able to become Lille's all-time leading goal scorer. He is 9 goals away. I will be uploading daily Arsenal news, so keep your eyes on the channel and don't forget to like and subscribe. I appreciate your support. Peace out.